And hi again, everyone. I'm Jim Knox, and welcome to another edition of the Best Docs Network featuring Forest Park Medical Center, Southlake, Fort Worth, the top medical center in the entire Tarrant County area. And one of the key reasons why, the doctors that operate right here out of Forest Park Medical Center, like our first best doctor, Dr. Philip Swanson, who helped one lady get back to living a healthy lifestyle.
I just had gotten to where I was feeling run down all the time. I was feeling like my quality of life was slowly starting to deteriorate. I was starting to have some other medical problems, and it was just one thing after another, and I just felt like, I had too many more years to live, and I didn't want to live having to deal with those kind of problems.
Ms. Cohn was about 40. She had a BMI of 41. She had been overweight most of her life. She didn't have a lot of medical problems, but she did have migraine headaches, and we talked about the options of what we could do, and she decided that she would like to have the sleeve.
I liked the fact that in removing the portion of the stomach that it does during the sleeve procedure, it also removes some of the hormones that triggers your hunger and your appetite, and I thought that that might have some impact on the migraines that I was having. With the hormonal changes and all of that might be related. So that's really why I decided to go with the sleeve.
She now has a pretty normal BMI, and she's keeping her weight off. She lost her weight over a year to 2 years, and she's doing really well. Interestingly enough, she no longer has migraine headaches.
As part of my lifestyle change, obviously you make eating habit changes, but I also joined the gym to really change my physical activity level. January, before I had my surgery, I had done a 1 mile fun run walk. The sad part looking back at it is that I couldn't even finish the 1 mile. Then a year later, I kind of vowed that I was going to do the 5K in that same race, just kind of to prove to myself where I had been and where I had gotten to and what I had achieved. I ran the 5K and I actually placed third in my age group, which was a total shock to me. That really was a wonderful feeling. I had taken advantage of the second chance that I got to change my life.
What's been so rewarding for me to be involved with Forest Park is that I've been in the business of helping physicians manage hospitals for 25 years, and I have seen all the various models that have been associated over that period of time. I've been involved in many different kinds of models, and it's been a pleasure for me to implement the model that I think works the best in this business, and that is the majority physician-owned model where the physicians are in control and govern their own hospital and have business partners like me who come in and help them run that business. But we focus on running the hospital the way that the unique aspects of that medical staff wants their hospital to be run.
With the help of the doctors here and at all of our hospitals, we recruit the very best people in all different lines of work, from the OR technicians, the floor nurses, quality directors. Everyone who walks through this hospital has been very carefully considered. This basically gives our patients the best possible experience. They walk into this place and very quickly are eased of a lot of the stresses of surgery that you get in a cold, sterile hospital environment. The people are very friendly, the place is very welcoming all around them, and of course the quality of care is unsurpassed.
What Forest Park means to a physician is that it provides a place for that physician to practice medicine where he or she is much more in control of their destiny, much more in control of the atmosphere that they practice medicine in. We provide our physicians with dedicated teams of nurses in the operating room who become familiar with the type of surgery that the physician does. That makes the surgery go much quicker, enables us to get the room turned over quicker between cases so that the physicians can get more cases done. All of the physicians that I talk to tell me that they are able to get more cases done and in a more efficient manner than any other hospital they practice medicine in.
As a physician, a surgeon actually practicing here, we start your cases on time. Our turnover is very efficient. We have top quality staff to provide you with the people and the equipment necessary to really be state-of-the-art in everything you do.
Best Docs Network featuring Forest Park Medical Center. Welcome to the 21st century of cutting-edge medicine. Forest Park Medical Center.
In 2010, Haiti suffered a big earthquake. I think it was 7.0 on the Richter scale. And it was devastating for a couple of reasons. It's the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere, and the infrastructure is really poor. The buildings don't have codes for earthquakes or anything like that. So when the earthquake hit, I mean, everything just fell apart. And then being economically poor, they really don't have the infrastructure to respond to any kind of emergency like that. They don't have ambulances and fire trucks. They don't have construction equipment all over the place. So it was very difficult for them to respond to that. So one of the first responders, if you will, to the situation was a medical team from Forest Park Medical Center. They went down to provide medical assistance in evacuating people, triaging people, and of course providing treatment, bringing doctors and nurses and supplies and equipment. That, in conjunction with one of the charities down there, turned into a regular visit where with Sacré-Cœur, which is the hospital down there, we would send a team and participate in surgeries on a regular basis. They would get patients that needed surgery ready. When the team arrived, they'd spend a week basically operating day and night to treat the cases that otherwise would have been too complex to treat in Haiti. So in the United States, we have a very robust system. It's very refined. There's safety protocols everywhere. Everything's disposable, so nothing gets reused. But in Haiti, it's the polar opposite. You're operating in a hospital that's an open air hospital. There's no air conditioning. The one air conditioner that is in the hospital is in the operative suite because under gowns and stuff it gets very hot. But it's a window air conditioner. The air's not filled. The instrumentation is very basic from the 1960s. Everything that they have is something that's been designated from a first world country. Well, this is a great opportunity to do what doctors really want to do. I mean, this is why you become a physician, because you have this overwhelming compassion. Anytime you see somebody that is hurting or is sick or is in pain, you want to help them, no matter what it takes. I mean, sometimes it becomes a downfall, but in this situation, you're able to go to a country and really give them something that they really never had access to. And in 100 years, they probably wouldn't get to it because it's such an economically poor country. I mean, when you go there, you see it's open sewer systems. The water they get out of the mountainside basically running down, and who knows whether it's clean or not. Again, the infrastructure is terrible. The buildings are half completed. There's no disposal system. Trash is everywhere, and it may not have been like that before the earthquake, but certainly it is now. They have basically paralyzed all the infrastructure to the entire country. We're able to go in there and just help with those situations, using the expertise that we have. Well, Forest Park has really been, I think, a leader in helping out. When this disaster occurred, of course, there were other hospitals that sent back teams, and there are other hospitals around the United States that sends teams as well. But in the Metroplex, Forest Park has been the one that's routinely gone back to help out, to bring supplies, to lean on our vendors who have been very helpful in when we upgrade our equipment, for instance, we can take that and use that for the Haiti missions. It's shown a remarkable sense of leadership and a remarkable sense of the responsibility that it is to be in the healthcare field for Forest Park to go down there and participate the way they have, not just initially, but on a regular basis.
For more information on Forest Park Medical Center Southlake Fort Worth, head to the website bestdocsnetwork.com and click on that Forest Park Medical Center tab. Now to our next inspirational story. Dr. Richard Hall, who operates right here out of Forest Park Medical Center Southlake, helped one lady's appearance after she developed skin cancer.
The prevalence of skin cancer is only increasing, especially since we live in Texas, in a southern state. Just the amount of sunlight exposure is greater than, say, if you lived up north. And those who are susceptible can get skin cancers. The most common ones are generally less aggressive. They're called basal cell cancers. You have some more aggressive subtypes such as squamous cell, and then the deadly killer, which is melanoma. Unfortunately, that's more rare.
Back in '08, I had a little spot that was biopsied and came back positive as basal cell carcinoma. When I met Dr. Hall, he said that he would have to do a skin graft using a piece of tissue from my ear. That surgical procedure worked out really well. Scary at first, but it turned out really well. This year, in May, there was another spot on my nose.
In Dottie's case, she had a skin cancer on the tip of her nose, which is a very challenging location because there's not an easy way to just bring the edges of the defect together without creating a lot of distortion. So you're left with some of the other options. Well, skin graft on her was not a great option because of the depth of it. It was going to heal with a divot, something that had been very noticeable. So really we're left with the more complex option of doing a nasolabial flap, or borrowing tissue from the cheek, leaving it tethered to the cheek, and then attaching it to the nose. Dottie had that procedure done, and that trunk was left there for 4 weeks. She was a great patient. She hung in there. We went to that second stage. We divided it. I did some dermabrasion to kind of sand and smooth the edges of the scars, and she's only a few months out, and it's very hard to even tell that she had anything done.
Dr. Hall is just amazing. He's like an angel. He makes you feel comfortable. He held my hand and he said, "Don't worry, Dottie, you'll look great." And I just had to trust in him. When I think about everything that I've been through, I'm very happy, very happy. I still recognize my nose and I think it looks great. Healthy nose, yes. Cancer-free, yes. I'm very pleased.
At Forest Park Medical Center, in addition to having an outstanding medical staff that provides high quality care and clinical staff that is highly skilled and knowledgeable, we place a lot of focus on our facilities. We want to ensure that when a patient and their family walks into Forest Park, we're appealing to all their senses. Therefore, when you walk into our lobby, we have a waterfall. We have a fireplace. When you take in a deep breath, you smell a scent. We have a special scent that goes through our air system. So we don't smell like your traditional hospital does. We actually are appealing to the patient's sense of smell. We go to great lengths to hire an executive chef, so therefore the patients are actually having meals provided to them as if they were in a restaurant setting. We put a great deal of attention into details such as our bed linens. We have outstanding quality when it comes to our bed linens, and our towels in our patients' rooms are actually of hotel quality. We provide our patients with a nice robe. We also provide family suites. It's a VIP room that accommodates the family, whereby the family is encouraged, if they would like to stay at the patient's side. This separate unit provides them with a microwave, a refrigerator, a flat screen TV, a pull-out king sleeper sofa, where we will actually turn down that bed for them at their request and provide them a place to sleep so they are close to their loved one. We have 54 private rooms, 10 of which are VIP suites. We have 12 fully integrated, state-of-the-art operating rooms as well. Every patient that looks out of their windows sees a rooftop garden. Forest Park also offers full-service imaging services. At Forest Park Medical Center, we combined excellence in physician quality with dynamic clinical excellence, and our facility it brings all those elements together, provides an unmatched patient experience. Our patients are truly taken care of from the minute they walk in the door until the minute they leave, and that's through the people that are providing that care and the facility with which their stay is in. It's just a great experience from beginning to end.
Colon cancer is a common disease that afflicts several thousand of people in this country, in the order of about 142,000, 143,000 a year. Fortunately, this disease can be prevented.
There are a couple reasons why I decided to get a screening for a colonoscopy. My brother, when he was 18, had a bleeding polyp, and so it runs in our family. But I work in the recovery room, and I have recovered a lot of patients that have come in and they were bleeding or had other issues, and they find out that some of them do have colon cancer.
Majority of patients that develop colon cancer do not have any identifiable risk factors. Because we do know that majority of colon cancer starts from a benign precancerous lesions, which takes several years to become cancerous, which provides us unique opportunity to intervene and identifying these lesions and having them removed during colonoscopy so as to prevent colon cancer. This has been documented in several studies and observation as well, that removing polyps that are potentially precancerous does prevent colon cancer. Unfortunately though, it is estimated by about 40 to 42 million Americans who are eligible still have not been screened to date.
It was a relief in my mind and so well worth getting the colonoscopy, because now I know that I am clean and cancer-free with no polyps at this point. And I will come back in 5 years and have it done again just to make sure that there are no polyps or anything that can cause cancer. It really is, it saves your life. Early detection saves your life.
What makes Forest Park Medical Center Southlake Fort Worth the best of the best is the staff, the technology, and the surgeons. And we happen to be there for the very first procedure.
Today is a very exciting day for the community of Southlake. We did our first set of cases here at Forest Park Medical Center Southlake. As the Chief of Anesthesia at Forest Park Medical Center Southlake, I'm excited about the opportunity to serve our surgeons and our patients, our hospital, and our community. Forest Park is unique in that it is a physician-driven hospital that puts patients' care first.
I was privileged today to have the opportunity to operate here, being the first case at Forest Park Medical Center at Southlake. This amazing facility that is state-of-the-art, that will come a great service to this community. I think all the physicians here will greatly look forward to that. We've waited for 10 years to be built, and it's simply amazing. As a physician, it gives us an opportunity to come, as previously stated, the state-of-the-art facility, to be able to operate in such a facility, to give a service to the patients that they deserve, which is unparalleled in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And the staff are simply first class. They're very prompt and very conscientious for the health of and well-being of the patient. They're a team. They're quite capable. I think they're they themselves feel privileged to work here at Southlake, at Forest Park at Southlake. The Forest Park hospitals here are phenomenally large, probably the most spacious operating rooms that I've ever operated on, with by far the most state-of-the-art equipment that's unparalleled here for the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Forest Park at Southlake, we've waited 10 years for this to be built through various sundry of people that tried to build this, and not until Vibrant came along with Forest Park and Dallas to help us build this has this dream been able to come to fruition.
Best Docs Network featuring Forest Park Medical Center. Forest Park Medical Center, extraordinary in every way. What makes Forest Park Medical Center stand out against other medical facilities is its great attention to detail. As you will see, Forest Park Medical Centers are designed to heal.
At Forest Park, we call it the 6 senses of Forest Park, and you have your conventional 5, and it talks about the experience that you get from the minute that you come onto our campus. So we're really kind of playing into those senses. So what are you seeing when you first get on the campus and walk into our hospitals? Are you looking at just great architecture, or are you looking at a brighter environment, with natural sunlight and things of that nature? The art program is something that plays into the healing aspect, the visual aspect. So you'll see sculpture, you'll see original pieces, you'll see prints, you'll see a little bit of everything. And the way that we attack art is you should feel a little bit uncomfortable with art, because if every piece of art in our facilities was something that you absolutely loved, then you probably didn't reach the entire community, because we all have different tastes, different aspects of what we like. What are you smelling? We have engineered scents in all of our hospitals, to where it's an engineering system called ScentStream, and it's built into our HVAC, and the scent that Forest Park has chosen is called Clean Sheets. But other things that you have just kind of coming into our environment is, what type of food are you having? The taste. We don't have cafeterias. We have dining facilities. What are you hearing when you come onto our campus and into our facility as well? Oftentimes in every facility that we do, we have water features, both outdoor water features and interior water features. So it provides a calming type sound that resonates throughout our facilities. What are the things that you're feeling? We have a lot of textural elements associated with our design. When you're coming in, the textural walls, whether it's the stone-cut exterior of a lot of our facilities, or when you're coming inside and you're feeling the texture of the fabric itself. We really try to play into all of those senses for our patients. So, whether it's in the lobby or it's in the patient rooms, or the thread count on the sheets, those are the type of textural elements that really you may not instinctively know about those, but when you actually touch it and feel it, it'll make a difference to you. Every one of our facilities is a minimum of LEED Silver. So what that means is it's our environmental impact to the community as well. So we have rooftop gardens, where you have lush gardens that can be seen from all of our patient rooms. You're seeing planting, you're seeing stone, you're seeing in some cases water features associated with even our green roofs. But it's something that really kind of plays into the 6th sense of Forest Park, which is heal. And having a patient room that looks down onto grasses and trees and plants, and it intrinsically has a healing aspect that really our patients have grown to appreciate. Again, we're playing to each of those senses, and then our 6th sense is heal, because at the end of the day, that's why we're here. We're here for the community, we're healing patients, and providing a place for our physicians to practice medicine. Walking onto our campuses from step one, what we really kind of focus on is that entire experience. It should look and feel not like a hospital, but it should look more like a hotel. You're really seeing something different. It has a completely different feel from anything else that you've seen in the market. You know, our job as developers and as Forest Park Medical Center is to deliver a facility that's different than what the physicians are used to, what the patients are used to.
Today's Ask the Doctor comes from Sarah. Sarah has a question for Dr. Richard Ha. If I do liposuction, will I gain more weight in other areas?
Liposuction is permanent removal of fat cells, but you're not removing all the fat cells in the area that you treat. So what liposuction does is give you a relative reduction of fat in an area relative to any place else. Let's just say that I have 100 fat cells in my tummy and 100 fat cells in my thigh, and I've taken away 50 of them through liposuction in my tummy. I have a new ratio. Instead of 1 to 1, it's now 0.5 to 1. Or it's twice as likely that I'm going to gain fat in the thighs as opposed to the tummy. So if you take in more calories, where is that weight going to be displaced, or where is that fat going to go? It's going to go preferentially to the thigh than to the tummy. Liposuction itself is not the reason that you're gaining weight or fat in one area. It's because you're taking in more calories.
Today we're breaking ground at the Forest Park Hospital in Fort Worth. It's our 4th hospital. We're very, very excited to be here. It's going to be, just like our other hospitals, a really unique physician-owned, physician-governed hospital where the doctors themselves control what goes on and are able to put their patients first.
The concept of Forest Park is a physician-owned hospital where physicians' inputs have meaning to the care of our patients. That's how the concept was originated. What's happening here today is extension of that concept to Fort Worth, the community of Fort Worth and the physicians in the community of Fort Worth.
Forest Park is going to bring greater care to the Fort Worth community. In addition, it's going to bring about 250 to 400 jobs. Fort Worth was designed to lead gold standards, and with the environment in mind, everything we do is about reducing the building's impact on the environment.
We'll provide the community with great surgical care, just like we have in Dallas and Frisco and Southlake and our other sites.
It's a very important community in North Texas, and it's a geographic extension of coverage for the various Forest Park hospitals. We're very excited. The physicians of this community had inquired, and we've worked with over time to develop a very strong cadre of physicians with interests in Forest Park, what Forest Park is, and the community and the needs of the community and the service we could provide.
That'll wrap up another edition of Best Docs Network featuring Forest Park Medical Center, Southlake and Fort Worth, the top medical center in the entire Tarrant County area. And for more information on Forest Park Medical Center, find that on the website, bestdocsnetwork.com, and click on that Forest Park Medical Center tab. If you have a question or comment for us, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email at info@bestdocsnetwork.com. So long, everyone. We will see you next week.